Michael Burt, the Super Coach, every week coming into your life. Really do three things: multiply your life, multiply your money, multiply your business. And today we come to you live from the Greatness Factory. We've had two incredible courses, really three incredible courses of Monster Producer this month. And I've been talking about how to sell with Monster Conviction. But I want to go back. I want to go back to something I covered last month, and I don't want to miss this. I want to teach you today in Super Coach, okay, how to develop a primary skill that the world will compensate you for. We call this a hard skill, and many people do not know what their hard skill is, and because they don't know what problem they're solving with their unique skill set, they can't take it out into the market, they can't promote it, they can't get paid the most money for it, and they don't know who to take it to. So today on Super Coach, I'm unpacking how to find your primary skill and take that skill to the marketplace so that you can get a big paycheck for it. I'm Coach Michael Burt. You're watching Super Coach.
Everybody needs a coach in life. Coaching businesses and entrepreneurs like you to spike an additional 40% to your bottom line. Michael Burt is a multi-championship coach, best-selling author, trainer, motivator, and all-around super coach. Now, from the Greatness Factory Studios, this is Super Coach.
Hey there, welcome back to Super Coach. Hope you're having a great week this week. Ending the week, I got a new book out called Inside the Mind of a Monster Producer. And in this book, I basically talk about and codify how you leverage, how you first develop a primary skill, how you build demand for that primary skill, how you leverage that primary skill into a deep community of people, and how you leverage the community into wealth, i.e. partnerships, joint ventures, real estate deals, new businesses started. But it all starts by having one thing. It all starts by having a primary skill. So last month in Monster Producer, I'm teaching my students in Monster Producers, about 700 people in the program, and I'm helping them develop this hard skill. So I want you to first think of your hard skill as some superior ability that you have created, typically over a long period of time. Right, Terry Thayer and Joe Giglio and Jeremy Motley and Lee Kentoff. Listen, Tommy Davidson, you first develop this hard skill. Now I want you to remember this: money changes hands when problems are solved. Your unique ability, your superior ability, your hard skill is used to solve a problem for somebody else in the marketplace. But you can't solve that problem for somebody else in the marketplace if they don't know who you are, if you can't get there and keep their attention, if you can't share your message, if you don't promote enough, if you don't have enough conviction. So the first step for every person is identify what your hard skill is. Identify what your primary skill is. So here's the example I like to use. I spent from 18 to 25 studying a theory called the whole person theory from Dr. Stephen Covey, and that was how do you tap into the body, the mind, the heart, and the spirit of a person. How do you tap into all four parts of a person's nature? I used that hard skill as a high school basketball coach with my players to generate enthusiasm, buy-in, support, and what I really began to define that as is I learned how to inner engineer people to win. I learned how to inner engineer people to win. Now, Tommy Davidson asked, can a hard skill also be an emotional skill? Yes, it can. Here's an example. A hard skill may be regulating emotion. A hard skill may be negotiation. A hard skill may be connecting to anybody, anywhere, anytime. A hard skill may be you have a unique process to get another person to a better place in their life. A hard skill may be you have enough conviction to overcome objection. A hard skill is something you have been doing for a long period of time. It is a long cycle. So think about it this way. I first watch a master and learn under a master. I then take what I learned under the master and I practice what I see the master do. I then practice what I see the master do, typically for 10 years, 10,000 hours of practice. And then I have this hard skill. So Carrie Ann Sear is on here. She's one of our top producing Monster Producers. She's got a hard skill. Of promotion is one of her best skills. The ability to take complex concepts and make them simple is one of her hard skills. The ability to help a person build their business and get attention and become a person of interest. These are all hard skills, okay? Now, here's the point. Mary Poole, Tom Farrell, you can't go out into the marketplace and command maximum dollar if you don't know what your primary hard skill is, okay? Most people have very generic skills, like I'm a good person and I show up on time and I dress up and I'm a good people person. These are very generic skills. You'll never get compensated at a very high level and a very high frequency with generic skills. Think heart surgeon versus general practitioner. Specialists get paid. Generalists get low levels of compensation. Okay, so you got to say, I'm going to work very, very hard and create this hard skill. So if I were to ask you, here's a good way of asking. What is the one problem you solve for other people? How do you solve it different than everybody else? Who can you take it out into the marketplace and get attention for it? And who would write you the biggest check for it? That's the Dan Sullivan concept. Who would write you the largest check for your hard skill? And you can wake up Trevor Harch and you can chase bluegills or you can chase blue marlins. The blue marlins are interested in other blue marlins, which means they can identify, man, this dude can solve a problem. So let me give you some examples. If you came to me and said, look, I could take your online academy and do $1 million a year with it or $10 million a year with it, that's a hard skill. I can come in and build a sales team and manage that team. I can come in and run the operations of your company. I can come in and take this from here to there because of my hard skill, okay? Without the hard skill, you're not really solving a problem, which means you're nice to have versus a must have. That's just the way the world operates, okay? So I got to get you back thinking. I come in and I'm a freaking specialist. I have a very specific skill, and that's a primary skill. Now, you also have secondary skills. So I see my mama, Melanie May, on there. Her first hard skill was nursing. She was a nurse. Then she learned a secondary skill of customer service. But she combined her hustle and her background into a position now where she's going in there and she's crushing it. She's crushing it every month. She's doing things nobody else has done. Why? Grit, toughness, understands the nursing, understands the concept of how to create customer service that really matters. So think about it this way. The better the coach, the better the team, guys. The better the coach, the better the team. So if you're out there and you're trying to figure out what's my primary skill, what's my primary skill? Ask yourself this question. What is a skill the world will reward you for? Who gives you consistent and systematic feedback about what you're supposed to be doing? Who tells you that you're really, really good at something, okay? You know, at the end of the day, I want you to really, really, really think about what this primary skill is. Now, we come back from the break, I'm going to show you one thing. How to take a primary skill, build demand for that skill, how to build community, how to leverage a community. All of this, by the way, in my new book, Inside the Mind of a Monster. You can get it only at CoachBurt.com. Can't get it on Amazon. You can't get it at Barnes & Nobles, CoachBurt.com. Hey, and while you're there, pick up my wife's book, Living with the Monster, because they go hand in hand. I'm Coach Michael Burt, and you're watching Super Coach. Hey guys, I'm Coach Michael Burt, the Super Coach, and you've probably seen me speak or watch my videos around the country. And here's the deal. What if I could move in with you? I know it sounds kind of creepy, but what if I could move in with you every day? What if I was with you every day, motivating you, coaching you, offering you systems and strategy and structure? And what if I could offer you 25 years of my coaching experiences? You see, there's a way for me to move in with you, for you to get trained and coached by me every single day in my Monster Growth Academy. You see, my Monster Growth Academy allows you to be coached by me, just like my team is. Just when I'm out on the road, my team can still be coached by me every day with my new Monster Growth Academy. And guess what it has? It has everything. It has Monster Producer, level 1, 2, 3, 4, has it all in there. 4 years of content in there. It has person of interest in there. How do you become a person other people want a piece of and cannot live without? It has my selling system in there, my $1 million follow-up. It's got Christian devotionals to start the day. It's got Monster Operations. It's got 90-day talent supply in there. So, I could move in with you. I could coach you every day on any device at any time of the day, at any time of the night. Imagine waking up every day and having a coach like me pumping some energy into you, but teaching you how to get 5 to 15 more deals a year, how to earn hundreds of thousands of more dollars every single year, teaching you how to grow and expand and become a monster producer. So if you don't live in Tennessee, if you do live in Tennessee, here's an opportunity not just to get trained 1 or 2 or 3 times a month, but literally to get trained and coached every day. I'm asking you for the privilege and honor of becoming your coach. Go to CoachBurt.com and look for Online Academy, Monster Growth Academy. Take advantage today, because I want to be your coach. Welcome back to Super Coach. I'm Coach Michael Burt. Every week I'm trying to multiply your life, multiply your money, and multiply your business, okay? And the way I do that is by helping you find and fill your missing structures. Most people don't know what their missing structures are. So I say they don't know how to explain their services. They don't know how to generate leads through a selling system or prospecting system. They don't know how to follow up 7 to 15 touches. They don't know how to overcome objection. They don't know how to extract referrals, and they don't know how to become a person of interest. If I helped you with those 5 things, how much more money would you make? How much more impact would you have? So today we're talking primary skill. That's a skill you got that the world needs. Your skill solves a problem. Now, once you become world class at this, not average, not mediocre, not complacent, not static, not decent. Once you become world class at this, you start developing demand for this skill. You start developing demand for this skill. Now, imagine 100 people coming to you, and 200, and 300, and 500. Imagine a lot of people coming to you for your hard skill, your primary skill. Now, you're going to wake up and go, man, I got a community of people coming to me. Doc Hotze, my personal physician, Hotze Health and Wellness Center, where I go to get my energy right, where I go to get my body right, where I go to have all the energy that I've got to tackle my dreams. He's had 31,000 people come to him for his hard skill. Now, here's what I said, Doc, why don't you let these people get to know each other? Exchange with each other. When I use the word exchange, Rick Williams and Jason Jones and Dale Childress and Jeremy Sapp, what I'm saying is exchange money, energy, time, resource, creativity. Create structures for your community to exchange with each other. Create structures, okay? Create structures for this community to exchange with each other. Let them spend time with each other. Let them spend energy with each other. Let them spend all these things with each other, okay? This is very critical because this is how you start building a serious network of people. Now, here's what the numbers tell me. For every 350 people in your network, 52.8 of those people are going to be real, legitimate players. Then you got a bunch of duds, a bunch of bozos, a bunch of people that ain't interested, a bunch of people ain't got any money, whatever the case may be. Okay? What you need, but you got to go through 350 to find the 52.8. Now, what happens when you start building this community out of this 350? Now you got 52 real players. That's where all the money is made. That's where all the opportunity is. That's where all the joint ventures are going to be. That's where all the investors are going to be. That's where all the partnerships are going to be. But you can't do that if you got a network of 6 people. The numbers are 16%. 16% of your network is going to be serious, legitimate, big-time, ridiculous players. But you just got to go through all of those other people to find the serious people. So what's the deal? If your hard skill's not strong enough, you don't have enough demand, there's not enough demand created for your product or service, and because of that, you can't build community. Because you can't build community, you don't have a network to exchange. Because you don't let them exchange with each other, there is no future wealth building there. So here's what I do, and I'm going to end on this. Here's what I do to build community. Do retreats. I'm purchasing another house in Florida to do retreats at. We do retreats in Florida. We're doing cruises. We're doing Christmas parties. We're doing events. We're doing Kids Academy, Monster Growth for Monster Kids. We're doing events in Houston. We're doing events in Knoxville. Listen, we're just creating community. Because when you build a little tribe of like-minded people, man, they will go and spread your message to the world. So let's finish with this. First, what's your hard skill? Second, do you have demand for that hard skill? Third, do you have a little bit of a community? Fourth, are you allowing the community to exchange with each other through structures you created for them? And 5, have you identified the major players out of your network? And are you spending time, energy, resource, and money with those people? Because Shannon Priestley, that's where the whole thing blows up. And that's how you start building some serious wealth. Now, every week I come into your life on this show called Super Coach. We've got a brand new app out. We've got a brand new app in the iTunes Store, Google Play. I want you to download the app. You can see my schedule. You can upload for classes. You can get my videos. We're going to be adding more things to that. You can get this show in iTunes. So if you're a big podcast junkie, I do this. I do Monster Producer, and I also do Person of Interest. All of those are in iTunes. I would suggest you pick those things up because I'm taking little things I teach each month and I'm pumping them to you. And if you're interested in being a Monster Producer, come in one time for free, checking it out. We've got some specials going on in November. You really need to know about that. So I'm Coach Burt. I believe everybody needs a coach. Go out there and have an incredible weekend and go inside the mind of a Monster Producer. Let's get you started. Hey guys, I'm Coach Michael Burt, the Super Coach. You know, I spent really a decade of my life coaching high school kids, and one of the things that made us so successful was we coached the whole person, the body, the mind, the heart, and the spirit. And what I found out is most school systems are not equipped to help people perform at a much higher level. They're not teaching emotional intelligence. They're not teaching bounce back. They're not teaching all of the things I think a person needs: confidence, how to overcome insecurity, how to handle rejection, how to open up a sentence, how to meet and greet people, how to go out and generate revenue. And so last year I sat down and I developed the Greatness Factory for Kids online learning platform. And that is 25 lessons that you and your daughter or son can sit down at night, go through every single night, and have some discussion about key important emotional intelligence things they're going to need to be successful. Last night my daughter and I sat down and talked about how to be a leader. We watched the 2-minute video, 3-minute interactive video, and then we discussed it. And she's only 6 years old, but I can't help but believe sitting down with her every night and covering a lesson, a specific intentional lesson. Instead of you having to come up with that lesson, I've come up with the lessons. All you do is click, watch, participate. It has a workbook that goes with it. So if you're serious about future-proofing your children from failing later in life, preparing them to thrive in a competitive and modern society where people are out there competing against each other for jobs, for money, for opportunity, teaching them how to walk in a room like someone, shake a hand, associate concepts, meet and greet, overcome objections, sell themselves, then this academy is for you. Go to greatnessfactoryforkids.com. You can purchase the online academy for as low as $67 a month or $697 for an entire year. Listen, every kid in the planet needs to be on this academy because it's that critical. My players were tougher, they were more connected, they were more intelligent, they had higher levels of chemistry, and they had higher levels of trust, and that's why we won those championships. I'm Coach Michael Burt. Go to greatnessfactoryforkids.com and get an online academy for you and your family.